All right, welcome. Today, we're going to dive into the mental playbook that turns big dreams into actual reality. We're talking about how to build that courage, that passion you need to chase down your most ambitious goals.
Okay, let's kick things off with a huge idea. Every single great achievement, I don't care if it's in sports, business, or your own life, it doesn't start with just a wish. It starts with a burning, all-consuming desire.
So what is this foundational force, really? What makes it so much more powerful than just, wanting something? Let's get into it.
Well, desire is this intense, almost overwhelming craving for a different reality. It's a flat-out refusal to accept the way things are right now, and it comes with a willingness to pay any price to make that future happen.
And you can really see the difference here. A wish, that's passive. It just kind of hopes things will change, but it accepts the status quo. Desire, though, desire is an active, white-hot flame. It absolutely rejects how things are, and it demands action. That's the fire that fuels every single champion.
But a fire that's not contained can just be destructive. So how do you take all that intense energy and actually channel it into something productive? Well, the answer is in having really well-defined goals.
This is how you give that burning desire some structure. It's a simple, but man, it is an incredibly effective three-step process. Write it down, make a plan, and put a date on it. You make your goal real, you build a roadmap, and you create that sense of urgency. This is how you turn that abstract passion into a real blueprint for action.
And what happens when you do this? You get this incredible effect. When you follow these steps, you start building momentum. Every little action you take just makes your desire stronger, and that fuels even more action. You literally create this unstoppable, upward spiraling force like a tornado that just pulls you right toward your goal.
Now look, even with the clearest goal in the world, the path is never easy. You are absolutely guaranteed to face resistance. You're going to hit obstacles, criticism, setbacks, and that's why desire by itself isn't quite enough. You also need a winner's mindset. Think of it like armor for the journey.
And this armor is what we call a tough mindset. And no, it is not about being rigid or stubborn. It's more like high-quality steel. It is incredibly strong, sure, but it's also flexible. It can take immense pressure and bend without shattering.
Honestly, this mental toughness is basically a superpower. It lets you endure criticism without getting thrown off course. It helps you bounce back from defeat, and it allows you to see challenges not as roadblocks, but as trials that are actually going to make you stronger.
And that leads to a really powerful shift in how you see things. What if those obstacles in your way aren't really obstacles at all? What if they're actually an essential part of the journey?
To really see this in action, let's talk about the incredible true story of a Japanese gymnast named Shun Fujimoto back at the 1976 Montreal Olympics. So during the final team competition, the moment he had trained his whole life for, Fujimoto shattered his kneecap. The pain must have been excruciating, but the team gold medal was on the line in a super tight race with the Soviet Union, and he chose to compete anyway. His performance was nothing short of heroic, and his courage helped Japan clinch that gold medal. His story is just the perfect example of this principle. Adversity doesn't just block you, it reveals you. It shows you the true depth of your potential and the strength you never even knew you had. And that brings us to the big question for you. In the story of your life, are you going to be a passive observer? Or are you going to choose to be the protagonist, the hero who faces those challenges head-on? Because here's the thing about all these powerful forces, that burning desire, the tough mindset, the courage to face adversity, they aren't things you find somewhere out there. They're not gifts someone gives you. Their source has always been deep inside you.
So remember this, the potential for greatness, it's in you. That inner strength, it's already there. The only question left is, what are you going to choose to do with it? The choice to act is yours.